Sure. First of all, we're joined by Ben Baby of the San Antonio Express News. First of all, can we verify that this is the real Ben Baby?
Yes, I think you can. I don't have a check mark in my vocal patterns to verify that that's me, but that is, I'm indeed the one and only. So thanks for having me, guys. I appreciate it.
The one and only.
Did we ever find out what was behind all of that?
Yeah. First of all, let's
explain.
Let's catch people up.
Let's catch the audience up.
This was about a week ago. All of a sudden, like 9 fake Ben Baby Twitter accounts showed up. And
I accused you.
And you accused me, which I'll be real, is a fair accusation.
Completely fair accusation.
So, Ben, did you ever get to the bottom of that?
I'm pretty sure it was just some high school kids around here. I got really bored one night, and I'm like, oh, this might be fun. And then that was it. So it wasn't really yeah, it's funny because a lot of people were asking me about it. I said I had no idea. It cracked me up a little bit. But, yeah, it's one of those things, I guess. It
is one of those things. It comes with fame. It comes with fame, Ben.
Yeah.
Greg
would know.
Of course, yeah, really.
Greg would know. Oh, Greg would know.
We have a big week as usual in San Antonio, but there's one game that everybody's got circled, and we've had circled for quite a while. Cibolo Steele-Converse Judson, Battle of Unbeatens, the Battle for District 25 6A. Ben, when you look at this matchup from a 50,000-foot view, what do you make of this clash of San Antonio area Titans?
I mean, this is going to be a really fun game, I think, for the fans more so than anything, and just for the people around here who wanted to see this game. When you look at this matchup, Steele was the state finals in Class 6A Division II last year, or state semifinals, and Judson the same in Class 6A Division I, and they played for a district title last year and played a great game, a one-point game, but at that time we didn't really think that Judson had the team to make it all the way to the state semis, and they ended up doing that, and so it built anticipation for this game, and it really is gonna be a fun atmosphere there at Lenoff Stadium this afternoon. Heck, I'm probably heading out there in a couple hours to beat the Rush because it's gonna be insane.
It's going to be standing room only out there at Lenoff Stadium. For Judson, my question, and I mentioned this on our Fixin' to Pick'em Picks video, my question about Judson has always been their offense. Their offense has tended to be a bit inconsistent. What are you expecting from this Rockets attack tonight against Steele?
I think it's going to be a lot of what you've seen before. It's just going to be a lot of 4 different guys on the ball. We talk about running back Xavier Martin, sophomore Jay Miller, and then junior Mikkel Jackson. Those 3 have really benefited from good blocking and just finding the gaps. Xavier McCormick's been phenomenal. All 3 of those guys have. And then when you throw in sophomore Jelon Williams, who can make a lot of plays happen with his feet, and he can make the throws when he needs to, they really have the rushing attack that a lot of people don't have. It may be the deepest in San Antonio, which is saying a lot because this is a year where we've got a lot of good backfields. And, Steele's a team that has a good backfield as well. But, with Travell Lumpkin out for the next couple of weeks for at least with an injury, that may change things on the way that goes. But they've got Bryson Denley, who played running back last year and just kind of slipped back into that role for the night. So I think they'll be fine offensively as well.
We're talking with Ben Baby of the San Antonio Express News here on DCTF Live. Ben, the thing about Steele that I think goes unnoticed because they have run the ball so well has been the remarkable play of their junior quarterback, Xavier Martin. What can you tell us about this guy?
They haven't really opened him up a whole lot yet because Steele's been winning by so much. And that's one of the problems with a team that just demolishes teams week in, week out. You really don't know their full potential or full capacity to excel on the field. But you look at Xavier Martin's numbers. I mean, his TD to interception ratio is 14-1, which should tell you, a ton of stuff. And at the beginning of the year, a lot of people didn't know if he'd be able to play quarterback at Tech. And I think you're seeing right now, and that's where he's committed, that he can play quarterback at the next level. And I'll be honest, I mean, when we watched him play against DeSoto a few weeks ago and going up against Tristan Wallace, who's headed to Ohio State, Xavier Martin looked like a better quarterback than Tristan Wallace, and I think that was apparent to everybody that was out there.
He has been Baby, the San Antonio Express News. Follow the real Ben Baby on @Ben_Baby on Twitter. What other games, aside from, big games can tend to overshadow an entire region, but every week down in San Antonio there's 4, 5, 6, 7 big games. What other games besides Steele and Judson do you have on your radar?
I think the other big one is Brandeis-O'Connor. And that's a really heated rivalry. As you'll recall, a couple years ago, there was an incident at a Whataburger where there was a massive fight after the game involving food that made national headlines. And so that kind of sparked things last year. That thing sold out pretty quickly. And Brandeis rolled 42-3, and then this year, the anticipation's there. Both teams are undefeated in zone play right now. So that's fun. Brandeis kids dropped a diss track against O'Connor last night. I'm not going to lie. It wasn't bad. It wasn't bad at all, so you should go find that. Jalen Dukes, their star running back, was actually one of the guys who dropped the track and called out O'Connor linebacker Tim Scurry a couple times. So that'll be fun tonight. It's really a shame I can't be there because it's that game, that atmosphere will be every bit as good as Steele-Judson, and it just happens to be on the same night. And then Reagan MacArthur's another game that'll be a big one in District 26 6A.
A diss track?
I kid you not, it's a diss track. It's somewhere on my timeline.
Okay.
It's on SoundCloud. They just went after him. It was not bad at all.
Really? It's like you're a rap aficionado.
Here we go.
You're saying that the quality of this diss track was actually solid?
It actually was not terrible. I've heard some bad high school diss tracks. The most notable one is Brownwood's "Hey Ya" cover back when they played Denton Ryan, and that was one of the worst things I've ever heard. And that was pretty awful. But this one, compared to that one, is much better. So I think it's worth a listen.
I think we need to start cutting diss tracks here on DCTF Live.
I had no idea that this was such a prevalent practice.
Yeah, I thought maybe one or two, but apparently this happens a lot. Or is this a big San Antonio area thing?
No, I don't think so. I've not heard of any other ones. I just happened to stumble across this one. I'm sure there are a couple other ones here and there. But no, I don't believe that diss tracks are a common thing. They're a rarity. And even Tim Scurry said that it was indeed lit. So
lit.
he was in approval of the diss track there. So it's a fun little deal. I think this will be a very fun game and one that a lot of people aren't talking about because it's the same week as Steele-Judson, but it'll be every bit as entertaining.
Real respects real.
I've already decided this has gone too far.
Have you?
The diss track thing.
Yeah. Okay. Then I will ask you one question we were talking about before the show, Ben, before we let you go. It's Ben Baby. Follow him on Twitter at Ben_baby. Is a hot dog a sandwich?
Oh, no.
It depends. It's technically a piece of meat between two slices of bread.
Right.
But it's conjoined bread, so I don't really know if you would go about saying that.
So then I think, is it a taco?
Don't start with that nonsense. If you come down here and say that a hot dog's a taco, you will not be allowed in any press
true.
box.
You will never be allowed in San Antonio.
Never be allowed down here.
He is Ben Baby. Find his fine work at the San Antonio Express News and find him on Twitter at Ben_baby. Thanks for joining us, bud.
Hey, thanks all for having me.